What's going on, everybody? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day you're watching today. Sasha here, and today's Friday, so you know what that means. It's another episode of Fridays from Florida. Now, folks, totally forgot, slipped my mind. I apologize. But today, we're going to experiment with another fresh from Florida product, which is Everglades Seasonings Cactus Dust, or Everglades Cactus Dust BBQ Rub. So I believe this costs $2.50 at my local Walmart. Not too bad. And here are the ingredients: salt, spices, onion and garlic powder, sugar, autolyzed yeast, natural mesquite flavoring, citric acid, extract of paprika, cornstarch, caramel powder, and then mesquite flavor. Okay. So, I'm gonna make us some oven crisp chicken wings. I don't feel like cooking, too much with a deep fryer, but I did have a craving for some wings, y'all. And if you wondering what that background noise is, that's my mother on the telephone. It is 6:30-ish, 6:35, I believe, y'all. So we're just gonna get on into it. I got a little over, I have no idea how much weight this is in terms of wings, but a lot of wings. Maybe 2 pounds, under 2 pounds. So I'm going to just use this. This is all, well, really, to make oven crisp wings, y'all, all you need is some baking powder and then a little bit of salt and some black pepper to season. Because I'm doing a dry rub, I'm going to double coat the wings. And what I mean by that is I'm going to coat them along with these dry ingredients, and I'm going to coat them at the end when they're just about finished out the oven to make sure that the this flavor comes through, because I really want this cactus dust to shine through. So I'm going to season it beforehand and season it right before we're about to eat. And there's not too much salt. There's a little salt, but I'm probably gonna use like two serving sizes, maybe even more. Shoot. So y'all, for oven crisp wings, I actually love this method, and I got it from an online blog. I forget who, but I will, as soon as I see the blog, then I know, yeah, that's the blog I got it from. But it's really simple, y'all. You take, really, this is the workhorse of your oven crisp wings. And the fact that you are doing 2 baking, you're double baking it in essence. So I have my oven preheated to 200 degrees because you want to let the wings dry out first. Then, once like 45 minutes passed, or I think it's an hour to 45 minutes, then I'm going to crank the heat up to 450 or 400. I have to look at the blog. But you crank the oven temp much higher, and then that's the final, make sure the wings are cooked temp. And then once the time is up, wings taste just like, they came out of a fryer. But it's even better because you didn't like slather them in a whole bunch of cooking oil. So folks, what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to season the wings, get them ready to go onto my pan and my baking sheet, or my pan and then my baking rack rather. So don't go anywhere. I'm going to bring y'all back up to speed. And all I'm going to do, y'all, is lay on the salt and pepper. This is kosher salt. I'm just going to massage it in the wings. I'm not going to flip them over because I don't want to be too heavy-handed with the salt and the pepper. Well, really the salt. We don't need any high blood pressure. Spikes, rather. Okay. Alright, so you do not need a whole bunch of baking powder, just enough to coat the wings. So, I'm just lightly shaking, dusting some, and then this should be it. And now, the cactus dust. So, my thing is I just want this cactus dust to come through. That's why I'm doing both pre-cooking. But yeah, the smell is wonderful. I think this would go well with, like, say if I wanted to do, like maybe homemade potato chips. That's a very nice barbecue base. So yeah, I'm just massaging the chicken wings. Okay. So if some of the baking powder washes off, it's not the end of the world, or any of the seasonings. Not the end of the world, y'all. And let me tell y'all something. Southeast Grocers, I love shopping at Southeast Grocers. Like I've stated before on a preceding Fridays from Florida, I think the first one. I love their meat values. You get great meat values. I think an 8-pound bag of wings was like $15.99. And that's what I was, like I went to a Southeast grocery store, which is Harvey's, Bilo, Winn-Dixie, Fresco y Mas, those stores. That's the Southeast grocers family. So what, I went there and got like a whole bunch of meat, y'all. Like I said, I love Southeast Grocers because their meat sales are on point. So, stocked up on meat. We're pretty much low. Y'all, but that's okay. Because 9 times out of 10, y'all, Southeast Grocers has meat on sale like all the time, especially chicken. So, definitely gonna have to get my wipes. Make sure the salmonella isn't all over the place. Oh, piece of bone. So yeah, I opened up the 8-pound bag of wings, and I believe this is 2 pounds. So quite a lot of wings, y'all. And if it's too much, we can just save some for tomorrow. It just sucks because here, where I'm living, there's no Wingstop, but there's like mom and pop wing stores, which I want to try one day. Especially this food truck one. But they only come near the area of where I live on Sundays. And usually Sundays we have like we already made dinner, you know. Yes, y'all. But hopefully, how has y'all week been? Hopefully, it's been all well and good, and you get to relax. All right, so this is what we're working with before putting it in the oven. Remember, oven crisp wings takes 2 baking steps. You want to bake at a low temperature. Mine is at 200, which is good enough. You want the wings to dry out first a little bit, and I'll bring you in when I'm about to increase the temperature. So this is basically minus the barbecue sauce. You basically want like a white paste, near translucent look on the wings. But because I have the Cactus Dust in the rub, it looks like this. But basically, y'all, it looks like that white crusty sort of look. So folks, like I said, I'm gonna see you in around 45 minutes when the wings have dried out, and we will up the temperature. Really not the wings dry out, but the skin, the crispy skin. You get the crisp, like kind of crispy skin. So, be right back. This is how the wings are looking after doing the dry out phase. You see how they have like that dry-ish appearance? That's partial step, you know. It's not all the way done yet. So I cranked up the heat to 400. I'm gonna wait until oven gets to temp. Stick the wings back in for another 45 minutes. And I'll show you the end product. But yeah. This is what you want. Alright folks, so I'll see you when the wings are done. Alrighty folks, and here is the finished product. So, you see how we went from drab to pretty much this is looking like straight out of the fryer. A couple things, ladies and gents. I misspoke earlier about, you know, the 2 baking steps. Okay, one, I should have used 250 degrees Fahrenheit for the initial dry out stage. And it's really not a dry out stage, this first stage, y'all. But rather, it's a fat rendering stage. So, at the low heat, you're drawing out all the fat of the chicken wings. As you can see below, all that burnt on fat. It's going to be fun to clean up. But that's the purpose of the low heat, really. Because prior to sticking the wings in the oven, you want to make sure that the wings are dry. These were frozen wings, and what I did was I just let them sit in a bucket full of water, cold water, whatever, and I let them, you know, over an hour thaw out. Let me get this out of the way. And then I didn't let the wings, I didn't pat them dry with the paper towel, but the blog that I got it from, that's what you should do. You should pat with the paper towel and make sure that they're dry. Or you can put them, if you have a fridge large enough, put them in the fridge for like, I think 30 minutes to an hour and let them dry out as well. The drier your chicken wings, the crispier they'll come out in the oven. So, I mean, could mine be a little bit more crispy? Sure, of course. But folks, if you ask me, this looks pretty top notch. Like, if I didn't say anything, if I just yanked them out of the oven rack, you would not know. But folks, I love this method. It's one of the ways that, you know, I can enjoy chicken wings and not feel too dragged down by like the heavy oils and whatnot from deep frying. The cactus dust is optional. The main thing is you want baking powder, not soda, baking powder and salt. I use kosher salt. The blogs and others may not even make it a big difference, like if you use table salt versus kosher salt versus whatever kind of salt you have, folks. But that's what I have on hand. That's what I use, and it serves the purpose. So if you wanted to do just a blank canvas chicken wing so that you can throw your favorite wing sauce on it, you know, just omit the black pepper and the kosher, or excuse me, not kosher salt, black pepper and the Cactus Dust BBQ sauce. But yeah, folks, I have to say this looks pretty darn good. And I don't know, let's do the crispy test, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna flick it. Look at that. Now, I'm tempted to try one to eat, but we'll wait till dinner. Oh, another thing, I probably did not mention it, but I know in the preceding clip, I said 400 degrees Fahrenheit. No, it has to be, like I thought before, 450 degrees Fahrenheit, and you want to let the wings cook for 40 to 50 minutes, maybe even an hour if you really want that good crusty golden brown look like my wings are right now. I let these sit for about an hour, and that's what happens. That's what's up. So yeah, folks, I'm gonna link the blog in the description on how to make oven crispy wings. Another thing, I'm like remembering stuff one by one, folks, bear with me. You do not need a baking rack. It just makes life easier. And like, you know, for other recipes, like if you're not big on cooking or whatever, don't go out of your way to get a baking rack, which is this wire mesh, well, not wire mesh, but this gridded contraption that the chicken is actually on. You don't need it to make oven crisp wings. The only thing though, you want to, mid-stage of the first step, the fat rendering step, you want to dump the tray, your baking sheet or whatever, of fat first, so that your wings aren't saturated in its own fat and, you know, having that oily taste. Because, you know, nobody wants a soggy wing. You want these wings to crisp up. And, you know, if you're worried about your oven smoking, for the most part, it's due to the fact that the fat that was rendered from the chicken wings, that's what's, you know, catching on fire. Well, not catching on fire, I don't want to say it like that, y'all. But that's what's heating up and causing that, the smoke to go off. But I assure you, you know, just use aluminum foil, y'all. You can't go wrong in that regard. But yeah, let me sneak a wing. And see, it came right off the grid. That's why I like the baking grid, y'all. So here we go. I ain't no ASMR channel, but definitely got that little crisp to it, y'all. What I say? If you like chicken wings, y'all, and you don't feel like breaking out the deep fryer, or you may not have a deep fryer, in order to get good chicken wings, y'all, you do not have to deep fry them. You can get them looking this darn good in the oven. I'm doing a pet peeve of mine, which is smacking and stuff. But they come out crisp, y'all. Although, unfortunately, I don't really taste it. That's why I said I wanted to do the... I might spray a little oil for some of them, and then put some more Cactus barbecue sauce or barbecue rub on it. Check my Instagram. I'll probably give y'all the final picture on how it looked. But unfortunately, I don't taste it. I will probably use a little bit of olive oil and then sprinkle some more. And yeah, folks, can't go wrong. So, be right back with the finished product. Alright, folks, so I snuck in another wing. We know they're crispy. However, we gotta do it the proper way. So I sprayed some more. I just lightly coated my wing with some olive oil spray. Sprinkled some more Cactus Dust as the dry rub. I kind of fumbled around, but this is how it looks. See there? You would never know it came out the oven. But only because I said so. So, here's the taste test for sure. I'm not really much of a dry rub girl, but these are okay. These are okay. Might have been a little heavy-handed with the salt. So, I mean, at least I have a good base wing. And then I could use, like... I could do, like, a... homemade, like, barbecue sauce or whatever. But... I am curious, y'all, as to doing, like, hamburgers, ribs, whole chicken, fish, so many other things, like homemade potato chips. I don't really taste like barbecue flavor. I think it needs more sugar. And then again, like, I kind of have a sweet tooth when it comes to barbecue. But still, I mean, I find a way to use this, y'all. This is still pretty nifty. So I want to thank you all for tuning in this Fridays from Florida. Y'all know the drill. Any questions, comments, suggestions, or small talk, don't be a stranger. Leave it in my comment section below. Any and all are welcome, greatly appreciated. And folks, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Hope you get to relax or enjoy it or just take care of business, do what you gotta do. Totally understand. And folks, I will see you next week for, you know, the routine. We do it all over again. So take care, take it easy, make it a great day today and every day, make it a great weekend. And I'll see you then. Until next video, y'all. Bye now.